So you're working late nights on a project, you're watching endless coding tutorials, you're grinding on lead code or hacker rank, you're trying to stand out, basically doing all these things trying to stand out. But it feels like everyone else is doing the same thing, isn't it? Right? Think about it. Here's the truth that no one really tells you that about in 2025. The way to really make money in tech is different now. If you're watching videos from 2022, 2023, maybe yeah, those things work, but the playbook has changed, right? The ones that used to work 5 years ago, it's outdated now. You gotta do something different, right? Back then, AI wasn't all over the place, right? In this video, I'm gonna walk you through exactly how to actually make money in tech today. And it's not about learning every single programming language out there. Trust me, you don't need to do that. You never need to do that, okay? And it's also not about building time to do apps or cat apps, whatever, Tinder for dogs, Tinder for pets. No, not those things, right? You're gonna learn 3 real ways to actually make money, maybe 6 figures and above. I went from nothing to bootstrapping to $80,000 per month, and how you can build your own system for income, for freedom, for leverage. So yeah, hey, my name is Deric, and for the past 5 years, I've been building tech businesses from scratch. No VC, no fancy degrees, right? Just focus, a lot of focus, and a lot of failures. We burned a lot of money as well, and really getting really good at solving specific problems. And today I run multiple ventures, including an AI business and a tech education startup, all bootstrapped to $80,000 per month. This is not theory, this is my life, and I'm sharing what I've learned throughout my journey, okay? So let's set the stage here, okay? We gotta establish here that the tech landscape is 100% shifted, okay? Tech in 2025 is not what it used to be at all. The industry has shifted slowly but massively, okay? There are 3 changes that you actually need to understand. The first one is that AI is actually replacing a lot of entry-level coding now. You're not just competing with other junior developers, you're competing with ChatGPT, Copilot, and a dozen other SaaS tools that write codes for you 10x faster and better than you. The market doesn't need another junior who can build a login page anymore. Back then it used to be cool, now it's no longer cool. It needs people who can solve real business problems. Number 2, you gotta understand that job boards are broken. I run hiring for my companies. I support my students when it comes to looking for jobs. Most jobs are filled before they're even posted, right? When they are posted, there are 1,000 applicants, but what matters today is the network and the proof that you have, not really your resume anymore. And remember, when it comes to getting a job, specialization always beats generalization, especially for developers, especially in the early days. No, I'm not saying generalization is not important. I'm a big fan of being a T-shaped generalist, someone who's able to skill stack and combine multiple skills together to create a specialized knowledge, right? So in this specific context, I know developers with just 1 year of focused experience in a niche earning way more than a generalist who knows 5. This is just very true in tech. And the next thing would be to understand the 3 paths to real money in tech. And really, there's only 3 paths. Think about it. The first one would be to be a specialized developer. Forget full stack for the moment. It's good to know full stack, but it's better to be a T-shaped generalist, right? Full stack is meaningless unless you're shipping specialized value. So think about it. Pick a niche, okay? Be it AI integration, payment systems, security, performance optimization, whatever it is, pick a niche, because companies don't want generalists anymore. They want problems solved. For example, one of the guys in my coding bootcamp, right? We were working in insurance. He was just really very interested in Stripe and payment stuff, right? So he got really obsessed with this whole payment system. How exactly does it work under the hood from the start to the end? And within 90 days from graduating the bootcamp, he landed a role in a fintech company. Not because he was the best developer, but because he went really deep in understanding how payment infrastructure works. Think about what you Google most when building apps. Login systems, payment flows, notification queues. Be the person who owns that component, right? Real world tooling, use tools like Stripe for payments, use Clear or Auth 0 for auth, and make open source wrappers. Companies will find you if you specialize and you stand out. The second path is to be a technical founder, and this one's closer to home for me, right? I never set out to be a founder. I just saw a problem in the education space. I built a small tool, and it then became Sigma School. You don't have to build the next Facebook. Just solve one painful problem for one niche audience. The real example here is one of my students who was a florist. Her shop shut down during COVID, so she built a basic inventory system for small flower businesses, and now she sells that system to other florists. 5 figures monthly, no funding, just focus, right? This path is perfect if you love building but hate bureaucracy. Your tech becomes your product. Always remember that. And the next one would be the tech adjacent professional. There are people who are quietly making bank without writing much code. Think about the product managers. Think about the solution architects, right? The technical salespeople, the AI prompt engineers. You know what they all have in common? They solve clarity problems. They know how to take business problems, talk to developers, and ship solutions. So it's so important to be able to do that today. And it's very hard to find people who can do that well. So some of the best paid folks that I know in tech are ex-educators, they're marketers, or operations folks who learn just enough code, not to be a specialist, but learn just enough to communicate well with technical teams. So let me tell you how I got here, right? I was living very lean in Malaysia. I didn't have a roadmap. I just had one belief. If I could solve a real problem and get paid for it, I could build something real. So I started freelancing and then consulting and then teaching, and I noticed the problem. Every client wanted better tech hiring. So I built a system to train job-ready developers, and that eventually became Sigma School. It didn't happen overnight, but every project I took, I asked ask myself, what's exact real pain point I'm solving for? Can I solve this in a scalable, repeatable manner? And can I turn this into a system? I turn skills into services and services into systems and systems into a business. And now I spend most of my time building AI and helping others get out of the grind. So here's actually the roadmap that I like to give people when it comes to going from zero to making income in tech, right? The first month, you got to focus on your strategy, right? Which is to pick the right path. Whether you want to be a specialist, you want to be a founder, or you want to be a tech adjacent, right? You identify one high value problem that you care about. You map the stack. You don't learn everything. You map out what you need. Just learn the tools and be really good at solving that one problem. Month 2 to 3, focus on foundations, right? Learn the tech by building components, learning frameworks. Don't just build projects for fun, right? Build projects in public, right? Post it on LinkedIn, on Twitter, and GitHub, whatever it is. And make sure to join communities and share your growth, share your learnings. Okay. Month 4 to month 5, focus on building a full solution around your problem. Get feedback from real users, refine it and improve the UX, improve the performance, improve the docs that you have. And month 6 is to focus on positioning and hopefully monetization. Create a landing page and a GitHub repo, reach out to companies who have this problem and sell it as a service, sell it as a product, and sell your skill set, put yourself out there. So tech changes really fast today, but people who win long-term are the ones who do these 3 things. The first is to build systems and not just apps. Every time you build something, ask, can I reuse this? Can I refactor this into a component that can be reused? So think about creating templates and boilerplates and scripts that you can reuse it again and again and again to speed up development and to also collaborate better with other people. Next will be to document your process. You can use a README file as your second resume, right? You can use tools like Notion or Gitbook or even just Twitter threads straight up, right? And finally, try and build a community around your solution, right? Share what you build, share your beliefs, talk to users and iterate in public. You can use tools like Discord, Circle, Reddit, right? Those who treat tech like a craft wins, and those who chase every new trend, they will eventually burn out. So yeah, just wrapping up here. This video here isn't about becoming a 10x developer. With AI, everybody can be a 10x developer today, only if you know what you're doing, okay? It's so much easier now today. And it's about problem solving. Always go back to problem solving and solving real business problems that people want to work with. Pick one problem, get really good at it, and turn that solution into something scalable. That's how you make money in 2025. And if you found this helpful, help me like this video. If you want to learn more about how I build real world projects and businesses behind the scenes with tech and AI, let me know and subscribe. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one.